Hey, what's up, everyone? This is the motherfucking CEO of Cigar Federation here for another episode. I believe it's number 11 of Pipe Dummies, broadcast on Cigar Federation. How's everyone doing? Hopefully, everyone is having a great week so far. So we are now live. We're kicking it. As you've noticed, that Rob, stupid ass, isn't here. We've got a much upgraded mod and co-host. So we're trying to take this show actually to it's currently about bi-weekly. We've been a little light, but we're back on track, and we're trying to make it a weekly show because I know we've gotten a lot of good response from the show. A lot of people have been very interested in the show and find it amusing for listening to me that really knows nothing about pipes to talk about them. So to do that, Rob, like the little child that he is refusing to do it every week, or he can't do it every week. He says he's too busy. So, and he has no baby, but I do. And so we're bringing in Jared, our lovable mod. So Jared, what's happening, man? Did we lose Jared there? Jared, are you there? Jared.
What up?
So that was actually kind of a pre-planned joke, is because if you actually watch every IPCPR interview, every interview except for one,
Jared, one each year.
There's one each year. Actually, yes, there's been the two total. Is that actually not one every year because in 2013 you didn't do it.
Yeah.
This is true. So Jared is the guy behind Cigar Federation that is doing reviews. That's a part of the community. It's one of our great mods, but he doesn't really get on camera all that much. He's usually behind the scenes, filming, taking good photos, keeping track of where we're going, keeping me from having an ADD binge and just going off and riding bikes. But he doesn't talk a lot. So we're going to bust him out of his shell on Pipe Dummies, and he's going to be co-hosting with me every other week. So what's up, dude?
I don't talk much in person, so to get me to talk on the camera is a little tough. But
really?
Well, this one's not so bad because I'm sitting in my house in front of my computer, but which is also a nice thing to note is I'm actually inside my house in the air conditioning, smoking. My wife said, "Go ahead and just smoke inside. It's hot outside."
I know.
So I shut myself in a room and lit up quick.
Dude, but the thing is like I'm in my house, but I'm in, an upstairs bedroom or an upstairs. Well, it's not even really a bedroom. It's kind of a room that really just shouldn't be a room, but it's got
it's like a Texas basement somebody finished out.
Yeah, kind of like that. And it's got air conditioning and everything. It's nice, but it's not in the house. You're just in your house, balls daddy deep, just smoking fucking Boone's Farm like it's your goddamn job.
Just sitting in the guest room.
I know, man. Well, that's fucked up because I've stayed in that guest room, so now it's going to smell like shit in there.
Nah, it'll smell like Suge Summer Daydream, which
is that what you're smoking?
I'm smoking it because I'm inside and I'm not going to smoke some good, deep, pungent odor pipe tobacco, as good as it may be. In the house, it'll stick in a little harder, so I figured we'd keep it sweet and easy.
Sweet. You're going to ride it hard? Keep riding hard? So, Jared, for people that don't know you, which is pretty much everyone, why don't you give everyone just a little bit of background on, you, pipe tobacco you like, just a little bit of history so people actually know who you are.
Yeah, I looked over, I saw Harley just said to tell a little about myself, just some interesting stuff, because I realize a lot of people don't know much of anything about me other than my...
But now they know what you look like.
Well, right. Everything else looks like Archer or 007's all anything ever says. So let's see. Okay, well, everybody probably knows I live in Corpus Christi, Texas, where it's nice, humid, and hot, which is why I'm not outside, because it really sucks. I have an actual day job, unlike most of these little guys around here who get to sit at home and work, or work for themselves. So I'm in an office.
Is that a dig at me?
That's a dig at everybody but me and Cigar Fed who works from home.
Hey, man.
I sit in an office from 8 to 5. I'm the actual title is I'm senior engineering draftsman. Senior engineering technician, there it is. So I'm a draftsman, designer, all around civil engineering, hydraulic modeling, streets, sewers, water, treatment plants, pipes, all that kind of fun stuff. So that's my other day. and the rest of it's here. Wife, almost 2-year-old son, 2 dogs.
He's not 2 yet. He's like
He's
maybe 1.5.
He's 19 and a half months. So
Shit, he's that old?
He's running on 2. He'll be 2 in January. It
Oh,
moves
I
along
always
really
think it's
fast.
February because you had him the weekend after you stayed at my house.
Weekend after y'all stayed, right?
Or was it you came down to my house?
You came down to the beach, and then
That's right.
I think what it was. Then you left, and the next week you decided he was done with that. So,
yeah, he's like fucking 39 weeks. Fuck that shit. I'm coming out now, motherfucker.
5 weeks early, he was like, "That I'm done," and he was no problem. So he was done. He knew better than the doctors did when to get out of there.
He's like, I'm sick of this place. So, all right. So
that's the basic me.
The basic you. Well, what's the advanced you?
Well, let's see. Pipe tobacco wise, we want to get into that side of it. I'm really open on that. Unlike Logan, I do like aromatics. I don't know, something about the flavoring. It works for me sometimes. I am not an infused cigar guy. There are a couple I will smoke, but I did not start out infused like a lot of people. And I'm still I've got probably 10 infused cigars, and I got a handful of those from Cigar Safari, so I don't really buy them. But pipe tobacco, I do all of them. I do aromatics, and then I'll do straight, like the review I did today was a straight Virginia. Full flavor, full strength. No flavoring, no casing, no nothing. That was a damn good tobacco. I'm gonna have to get some more. Actually, I gave it a 4.5. I know you've only got single point scales, but a 5 is full on loved it. Get enough to smoke and enough to age. I want enough to smoke and enough to age, but it wasn't a 5 for me. So I kind of hit middle of the road there. I think works just fine.
Well, here's a question. Where did you get that really fine tobacco that you smoked today for review?
That would be probably from the shelf right in front of you and above your head a little bit there.
Yeah, actually you did. Actually, it's
exactly in that point.
It's actually, I've actually, believe it or not, you won't believe this, Jared, but all that crap. When's the last time you were at my house? Was it like
Callaway's birthday?
It's about like a month ago, probably.
August 1st.
Yeah, almost a month.
A month now.
It's almost a month, and I had it all tinned up, and I moved it into my office. I just yesterday moved it all down to the closet.
Yes, Harley. I do ride motorcycles. I ride
a
Hayabusa. My daily driver is a 2013 Hayabusa.
What is a Hayabusa? Not like a Japanese thing?
It is a Japanese. It's Suzuki Hayabusa. It's like Kawasaki now rivals it with the ZX14, but it's about the biggest production sport bike you can get and fastest. So it's governed at 186 miles an hour, but it'll do a lot more if you just do a quick flash of the ECUs. So it's a big sport bike, but it's really fun.
What's the fastest you've ever had it going?
This one, just over 100. The ones before it,
fucking pussy.
Yeah. Well, down here, I haven't had anything to do it. I get more than that everywhere else, but this one, I just haven't hit it. No need to. I'll find a spot where I get on it.
Well, but didn't you get in a bad wreck?
Yeah, 2008, I think it was.
Okay.
On a Suzuki GSXR 1000 liter bike. Lady pulled out in front of me, and I flipped.
Did you go end over end?
Yeah, I hit some. It was only had 300 and something miles on it, and I hit. So the brakes were nice and touchy, and then I hit some reflectorized 24-inch wide paint stripes for the railroad crossing. So there's a lot of paint.
Oh, that's fun.
Hit it. They locked and unlocked and locked, and then I just went over the front, landed in the middle of the street with the bike across my legs, and one of the guys that I worked with was right behind me, because I was just going home for lunch, and I'm like, wasn't even that far from my office. But once the guys picked the bike up off my legs, I just walked away from it because I was wearing helmet and jacket and all my gear, and I ripped my tendons. There's 2 tendons that hold your collarbone to your shoulder right here. Stage 3 separation, which means I completely obliterated them, ripped them completely apart. So now my shoulder hangs a little bit lower, but that's internal. Nothing they could do about it. Took 5 weeks to heal up again, and hopefully that's my worst one. I don't want another one because that really was no fun.
Did you sew him?
I didn't have to sue her, but
or her.
Yeah, it was some younger chick who just afterwards like, I never even saw you. It's like, well, that's the usual story with motorcycles. But it's like, you should have been looking instead of just taking that left-hand turn out of nowhere. It was a blind turn she made.
She just fucked you up.
And she tried to really fuck me up because when the cops got there, she told them 2 different stories. She told one guy that it was her fault, like it was. But then later on, she told him that it was my fault. She tried to change her story up, so the cops said instantly, "You're lying." So it was her fault, 100%. But
nothing is ever your fault because you're like the most meticulous person I know.
I'm a little
anal, anal.
Yeah, like when I was over there, you're talking about all that pipe tobacco you finally got up. You gave me a metric shit ton of it.
I did give you. We can cuss here. I gave you a fucking buttload.
Hey, metric shit ton. That's good. I like that.
That's too PG, man.
Too PG.
Say a metric cuntful. You know what I want to do? This is like a goal of mine.
It was a gunt full of it. Just a total gunt
full. Yes. What I want to do. That's a fucking great word. And you know who said that the other day? I said, whatever, a cigar chat last week. I said, hey, say something that'll make me laugh. Trip goes, gunt. Like, it was fucking awesome.
Yeah, that'll get you every time.
What I want to do is in a work situation, when somebody pisses me off, act like I'm British and just call someone a fucking cunt. Because British people get away with that all the time. Mm-hmm. And over here, it's just so not cool.
It's a horrible word here, but over there, it's just kind of like calling somebody an ass.
It's like calling somebody an ass. Quit being an ass, you know? But I don't know. But speaking of getting called a cunt, I got the absolute most amazing piece of hate mail I've ever received. And I'm going to read it aloud. I will leave the name private because I do not want to, offend this person, this douchebag of epic proportions. But let me just say, here was the comment. I'll post it on SigFed for everyone to read. But, I'd sent out an email to give you a little context. I sent out an email today, thanking everyone for participating in the throwdown, thank you for spending your money, blah, 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 offering everyone a little bit of a discount. And I thought it was well done, other than the spelling mistakes that Jared so quickly pointed out. I used a SpongeBob graphic. It was just, I thought it was a classy email, like a classy email. And this guy, responds and says, please remove me from your list. I think there was some shady, I think there was something shady about the results. And in my opinion, you're an arrogant asshole. Also, your app is a poor attempt to impersonate Cigar Dojo. Interesting.
Ouchie.
And I told my wife, you know what Allie said? Allie was like, don't respond to him. Don't give him the time of day. But I was like, Allie, the kind of person I am is I totally want to respond to this guy. Like I totally want to respond to him because I just want to be like, you know what? Fuck you, buddy. But here's what I would say. So I won't respond in an email, but I will respond as if I was going to write an email. I would say, dear asshat, thank you. And asshat's been removed for his first name, which will remain anonymous. I would say, dear asshat, thank you so much for the feedback. I really appreciate it. It hasn't been. This is not the first time I've been called an ignorant asshole or an arrogant asshole. It actually probably is one of the things that's most charming about me. Smiley face. New paragraph. I'm really unclear why you think the results were shady in the throwdown, considering the Cigar Dojo and SigFed management both saw the review of the votes and everything was on the up and up. Could it be that you were a sore loser? Hashtag sore loser. Also, related to our app is not to impersonate the Cigar Dojo. Yes, it uses the same platform, and yes, it looks very similar, and yes, the Cigar Dojo's was first. But the difference is that our app integrates with our site. So if you post a picture, it actually shows up on our site. You post on the forum, it actually comes up on the site. That's why we did it, not to copy the dojo, because members were asking to have a SigFed experience on the go. Let me know if you have any more douchebaggy type questions. Sincerely yours, XOXO, the motherfucking Cigar Federation, or the motherfucking CEO of Cigar Federation, aka the Throwdown Champ. Hashtag middle finger fuck off. That would be my response.
That's a pretty good response.
That's all you got after that whole diatribe? That's a good response.
Yeah.
That's all I get.
Well, I mean, how much am I supposed to give you? It was pretty well thought out.
My response? I mean, that was just on the fly. That was just me just rambling. Now, granted, if I would have typed that in an email, it would probably been like, like it'd have been just a bunch of fucking nonsense. Because apparently, I am the worst speller, typer, grammatical person in the world.
You have a huge PEBCAC problem.
What's PEBCAC?
It's an acronym. PEBCAC. Problem exists between keyboard and chair.
Oh, horrible. Horrible. Well, that's not true, though, because my brain, when I talk, works extremely well. Like, I just came up with that off the fly. Like, I'm very well spoken. But when I try to type...
Yeah, it doesn't transfer.
It does not translate
to the keyboard. You ever heard... You're making me think of that Billy Connolly cunt joke. You ever heard that?
Mm-mm.
Without having to go, like, look the whole thing up, or you can find it on Opie and Anthony's where they had him do it. But... the gist of the joke, he's talking about somebody telling you know what, you're a cunt. You've always been a cunt, and you'll probably always be a cunt. In fact, if there were a contest for biggest cunt in the universe, you'd come in second. My guy says, why not first? Says, because you're a cunt.
Because you're a fucking cunt.
But you got to get the delivery from Billy Connolly because I don't have his accent.
Is he British, I guess?
God dang, is he British or Australian? I'm trying to remember now. Bad that I don't really know, but
it's hard. I always confuse those two. And apparently people from Australia, British, it's weird because at least, and I could be wrong about this, but from when I've traveled and just generally British and Australian people that I know, is that, sometimes you get really pissed. Like people get really pissed. Like if you say, where are you from? And they say, I'm from California, and they're really from Texas. People get pissed. But you would think, and this is what I find very strange, is that if you think someone's Australian, they're actually British, they don't get really upset about it. But if you think an Australian is British, they seem to get very pissed off about it.
So it's one way.
It's one way. At least that's what I've seen, and I could be wrong. But at least the 4 or 5 times I fucked it up. But I fucked up that. Because they both sound the same. The only really difference is that, Australians will throw in mate, and they have a little bit less of the swear culture, so a lot less of bloody hell and that kind of shit. That's more British, but accent very similar, I think. But yeah, they get really pissed. I don't know why. Because the fucked up thing is Australia was the slave colony for the British. That's where they sent all the fucking slaves. So you think like, okay, like you're pissed at the British? I just don't get it. I just don't get it.
I don't know. Actually, and he is Glasgow, Scotland, UK. So, and yeah, they've hardly
go ahead. So, fun fact: do you know what the difference is between England and the UK is?
I can't say I specifically could pull that off the top of my head for you.
If Rob was here, he'd at least give it a shot.
Okay, difference is.
So people interchangeably will say, "Oh, I'm going to the UK, the United Kingdom," and they'll go to London, right? Or they'll say, "Oh, I'm going to England."
UK, but the collaboration of a certain number of countries, whereas English is just...
England or Great Britain is the country, but when they say the United Kingdom, that includes Northern Ireland and Scotland.
Right. Actually, I kind of knew that as I was saying. You know what? I do know that, but one of those things I don't think about.
You don't sit around and think about random shit like that?
No, I think about London, but I don't go past there. Well, I guess London and Scotland. I got to think about all those with bonds. So,
you ever been to London?
No, not baller like you, son.
Dude, I ain't a baller. I got a baby, man. Shit's expensive. Speaking of that little bitch, no, I'm just kidding. She's
You
not
got
a
to
little
be
bitch,
baller to make diaper money for these things.
dude. Shit, yeah. Well, unless your aunt is a nurse and gives you diapers for free. When I told you that, you about shit your pants, did you?
It's not fair.
Hey man, and the best part is they're like the really good. And if you don't have a baby, you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But if you do have a baby, they're not like
glad if you don't know what you're talking about right now.
This is true. Like, it's not those like little shitty Huggies fucking little things. These are like the primo fucking overnight diapers that are like bigger and you can wear them so they don't piss on themselves at night. So that's all Callaway has. She's had now that I think about it, she's had a pampered fucking life so far. She really has.
And they'll get more pampered too, that little spoiled brat.
Oh, she is a little spoiled. Like yesterday, I was like, you little bitch. Like, you got me fucking sick from daycare, bringing home all your fucking germs from all your little fucking hood rat friends. It's bullshit.
Nothing but a pipe shows you got to spend more time lighting than you would if you were just smoking that cigar.
I know.
It's harder to get a good quick puff off and keep this going than it is a cigar.
This is true. So, Jared, what do you like about pipe tobacco?
This should be one thing. I can't really get away with a cigar in the house. Pipe tobacco smoke is different. Not just for the obvious reason, for the fact that the wife says pipe, that doesn't bother me. She likes the smell, so that's good. Pipes are great to me for the ease. Everybody says it's actually more work. I don't think they're any more work. I mean, yeah, you got to pack it and light it, but for me, the actual process is quicker. Then I get a bowl smoke to wipe it out and I'm done. I don't need an hour and a half to smoke a cigar. So I like the fact that I can get 30 minutes and be done.
Really?
Yeah. I did like late at night. I don't got time for a cigar. It's already 11 o'clock. I'll really want something. Just light up a pipe. It's a lot easier. And the process of doing it's kind of relaxing, sitting there packing the pipe, lighting it, and kicking back. I like it.
Really?
Didn't think I would, but once you get used to the difference of the tobacco, it's great.
That's interesting that you say that because, I mean, I'll be honest, I have not smoked a pipe very much lately because even though I've got just an absolute insane amount of pipe tobacco, dude, cigars are just so much better, I think. Like, I'm trying to get into it.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Make your point.
No, I was going to say, I agree. Cigars, I think, are better.
Well,
pipes have their place for me. Personal opinion there.
But the question is, do you smoke a pipe like at night when you're like being a fucking nicotine junkie? Like, is this after you've already smoked a cigar, or is this the first nicotine that you've had all day?
It'll be the first and only.
So how do you go all the way to 11 at night without smoking a cigar?
You mean, how do I physically deal with it, or how do I not have the time to have one at any point?
Both. As you fucking light your stupid shit and don't finish your sentence.
That's why I said this. The one part about it is it tends to be more solitary because it's more time consuming in that aspect. Let's see. Time wise, how do I go all day? Well, I get up about 6:30 in the morning.
Okay.
Go to work.
Yep.
I get up at 6:30 because I'm at work by 7:30. So that time is just getting ready, having breakfast. Sometimes
making Connor's breakfast. On the Hayakusa?
Nope. No, can't really smoke on the bike on the way to work, and it's only even if I was in the car, it's only a 5-minute drive.
Mm-hmm.
So I could barely cut a cigar and get it lit. Can't smoke at the office.
Not in the office, but what outside the office?
Outside, there's a bench in the back where you can smoke. The rest of the building's no smoking.
Okay.
So, but then I get an hour lunch, and I drive home and have lunch. Okay. So there's no time in there to put a cigar.
And you can't smoke in the car either.
No, not our car.
No.
Don't want to do that. Get home about a little before 5.
Okay.
And as soon as I do that, me and Connor start doing stuff because Tina's had him all day.
Yep.
So she does things she couldn't do with him around. She gets dinner ready, and I'll play with him, and then we eat dinner. Then I give him a bath. Then we play in the playroom some more. You wind him down, tire him out.
He's in bed by what, 8:30?
It's getting to be about that time now. He's getting later and later. He doesn't want to go to bed anymore. It was 7. Now it's 8, 8:30, 9 o'clock. I mean, he just pushes. I mean, you can't. He won't go to bed. He'll jump up and come running. He's got full of energy, so just gotta let him run it off. So then usually it's not usually until 9 o'clock or so that I am available to do what I want.
Okay.
So then I've still got, house like laundry or dishes or anything that's laying around the house to clean up. If I have to smoke a cigar for review, I got to do that and write that up. I just usually don't have. That's my whole day is pretty much full until 9. A lot of times till 10. So by the time I'm done, it's like I don't have 2 hours to smoke a cigar. So it's kind of like, well, what can I do? That's when I pull out the pipe and have a pipe, because that's just a quick. And then it's not because I need the nicotine. I don't have that withdrawal syndrome. I don't need the nicotine. I like the relaxing. No, I like the relaxing aspect of it.
Because I'm a straight up nicotine junkie.
Yeah, see, and I've just started having more than. I mean, I used to just have one a week. Now I have to smoke at least a pipe and a cigar a week just to keep up with the reviews. So I'm having 2. But I don't have withdrawal. I don't have a need to have the tobacco. I just like to have the time to sit down and enjoy it.
Really? I kind of sometimes wish that I didn't smoke quite as much as I did. Because, one, it gets kind of expensive, but yeah. But the bigger thing is like, my palate is so nuked all the time.
Yeah.
Like, I really need to, like I just bought, and I don't know why I did this, and I don't know, I got all caught up. I started reading some articles about like colons and stuff. And, my uncle died of colon cancer a couple years ago, and colon cancer runs in the family, so my dad's been pressuring me to go get a fucking colonoscopy. He's like, when you turn 30, you need to go do it. You're about to be 32. You need to go get a fucking colonoscopy. And I'm like, dude, I'm not down with the brown on that deal. That just sounds fucking horrible. But anyways, so I'm like, well, let me start reading about colons and shit. And so, I start reading, how the internet is. Like, when you start searching stuff, you'll find something else. And then next thing you know, like, you're fucking thinking you've got, like, microbes from outer space in your brain that are eating your eyeballs. Like, you just never know.
Well, you're stuck watching snake bite videos for hours. I mean,
pretty much. Everyone, ladies and gentlemen, that was Jared's attempt at making a joke. Did you catch it? I did. I thought it was hilarious. Did you catch it? Because that is his humor. My humor is much more overt. His is definitely much more subtle. But you got to watch for. When you find them, they're fucking gems. Just so you know, they're fucking gems. But anyways, so back to my colon story. So I'm starting reading this, and I started reading articles about, how people, they've got like pounds and pounds of like shit, like just stuck. And I'm not talking like normal shit, but shit from like meals from like 5 years ago, because, their colon just don't get everything out, and how it can make you bloat and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, I start looking down. I'm like, well, I'm kind of chubby, like, and I'm like, huh. So I start reading more, and I start seeing like poo pictures. And dude, there are some of the most fucked up poo pictures. I swear to God, dude. Like, fucking.
I didn't know there were good ones.
No, okay, there's normal shit, and this is like shit that's like snake skin inside your asshole, like fucking you're shedding a snake out of your butthole. Dude, it's fucking wild, bro. Like, it's unbelievable. So anyways, what was I gonna say? Anyways, so it's fucked up. Well, anyways, so I'm like, fuck, man, I need to get that snake skin out of my asshole. So I go and I look, and there's all these cleanses you can do. And one of them, my friend, Kim, like, they did it where it's like fucking lemon juice and like cayenne pepper and like Series B organic maple syrup. And that's all you drink. You don't eat anything. You drink for like a week of that shit, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it's fucking unreal. And so I was like, what'll happen is I'll end up dropping like 25 pounds or some shit, and then I'll eat bad and I'll gain like 50 back. So I'm like, I'm not going to do that. But I was like, man, I need to get something. So I got some colon cleansing medicine tabs. So I don't know. I could be shitting snake skins when you see me this weekend, potentially.
No, so you can do that this weekend in the middle.
Well, I mean, it's like a 12-day cleanse.
Right. So you can do it in the middle of all this work. That way we might be out there busting our asses working. Then you're like, oh, I'm gone. And you'll spend the rest of the day in the shitter and not do any work.
Well, yeah, I mean, because you know how I work, Jared. I'm the foreman.
I do know how you work.
Yeah,
that's why you'll bring your humidor out there with you because you'll need to go through a few cigars watching.
So, yeah. Anyways, you're right. I mean, I'm. Let's just be real. I'm a lazy fuck. Like, there ain't no doubt about it. I have no transferable skills other than my sparkling personality, my ability to bullshit in a lot of situations. And other than that, like, if the world ended, I would be the first one to go with the zombie apocalypse. I'd be fucked. Like, for real. Like, I'm not building no houses. I'm not building no traps. Like, I feel sorry for my family because they're all fucked because we'd all get eaten by zombies.
You got to go find somebody else to hang with.
That'd be you, bro. That's why I'm going to come hang with you. Actually, you know what? If the world ever needs, you know, no, I'm not doing the colonic thing. I fucking, you know, some shit. I don't even know what that is. I think that's like they send a water tube up your ass or some shit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, clean it out.
I don't know about all this. But anyways, yeah. Oh, by the way, I know we haven't really talked about pipes, but we're just hanging out. That's what Pipe Dummies is. It's more just fun. It's two dudes.
We just kind of naturally lead into certain pipe topics.
I know.
Plus, I just get used to the fact that I exist and I don't look like Archer.
Yeah, I think a lot of people actually thought, and I'll be honest, like for a while, I mean, I knew what you look like because I actually met you in person before that. I mean, I met you through Cigar Chat, obviously, but you had came down to Austin. And if you guys want to hear a really funny story, I think I've told you this story about Allie, right? The first time.
Mm-hmm. I remember.
So this is so funny.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a funny story about my wife because she's a fucking warrior. Horrible. So I met Jared. Jared had showed up to a couple Cigar Chats. You know, this is back when Cigar Chat, most of you watching right now, Cigar Chats, probably have never even fucking heard of Robbie Raz reviews. This is back when Rob had his own site. And he whatever. So we had Cigar Chat there. And Jared came a couple weeks, you know, had been coming, winning a few things. And then, you know, we were sending out prizes. And somehow it was like, oh, I live in Corpus. And I'm like, well, fuck, I live in Austin. You're like, yeah, my family's from, where's your family from? Brenham?
That's where we lived for a while. They're outside LaGrange.
LaGrange, okay. So it's like an hour away from Austin where I'm at. He's like, yeah, I'm going to be there. Maybe I'll drive up to Austin. We can smoke a cigar. And I was like, yeah, sure, dude. Like, come over to the house. We'll sit on the patio. We'll hang out. Have a couple drinks, whatever.
So that was the plan. I was like, okay, I'll come to your house.
That was the plan. The plan. And then Allie's like, who the fuck is coming over here? And I go, yeah, it's Jared, you know, 007. She's like, have you met him before? I go, no. She's like, and he's coming over here? And I go, yeah, he's coming over here. And she goes, well, I'm going to be here. And I go, well, I know. It's going to be fine. We're going to be on the pad. She's like, well, what if he's a fucking serial killer, Logan? And I go, I don't think he's a serial killer, Allie. I'm pretty sure he's not a serial killer. She's like, well, what if he's like a weirdo and he knows where you live now? I was like, well, he has my home address anyway, because I sent him winnings from the show. So, I mean, I think he already kind of knows. So, basically, Allie would not let me have Jared come over to the house. The first time I met him, we had to go fuck into the local cigar shop.
Yep.
And that's back when you had your Z4, right?
I had my 370Z.
Or whatever, IROC, whatever. I don't know cars, man.
Yeah, you don't. IROC 370. Wow.
I don't fucking know. Something like that. It was black, had 007 license plates, and it was kind of sporty.
It was silver. Bright silver.
Really? I thought it was black. That black interior?
Yeah, black leather.
That's what I thought. Okay. Boy, how the world has turned since then, Jared. How the world has turned. Now you're in a fucking Passat or Jetta.
Well, I'm on the bike. The Passat's Tina's.
Well, I'm just saying. It used to be a 2-car family. How things will change with the baby. It's just not. It's not good to
talk about how my serial killer ass isn't allowed at your house, and then what happens?
We go to the pipe shop.
Well, I know, but just go through the years. What happens after that?
Well, yeah. I mean, Allie, we become good friends, and I
end up remodeling your kitchen for you.
Oh, yeah. Remodeling the kitchen, the little fireplace area. I mean, all types of shit, you know?
From possible serial killer to a hired contractor. Hired for cigars and breakfast.
I mean, hired for cigars and breakfast, and we've been to your house, and you've been up here, you know. So yeah, it's just, you know, it's my wife. I mean, it's just fucking women, man.
In that room because of me.
No, it's true. I will have to give Jared full credit because Allie was not all about it, and she was pressuring me and Jared to do this work on this door frame thing, or whatever. And Jared's like, "Yeah, this is a little beyond the scope of what I'm going to be able to do in 4 hours or 5 hours or whatever." And I was like, "But we could probably put a smoke room in the house by then, couldn't we?" And Allie's like, "Okay. If you and Jared can do it today and you buy me this big umbrella thing."
Yeah, I remember that.
I was like, fuck it, tits, yeah. And which way, that umbrella's been awesome, except it's now broken.
Yeah, I can't believe I already broke.
I know. Like, I'm kind of a little perturbed because we bought it a little over a year ago. And
had a 12-month warranty on it.
Had a 12-month warranty, and it was like expired at 13 months, which is so fucking annoying. But the part that really pissed me off is I look at the new models and they don't have the crank. It's more of it's on and they slide it up and it just kind of is more of on a metal thing, which so it doesn't look like it would fail. So it looks like there was a design defect in it. Yeah. So they were like, fuck, too many of these are failing. And then now I'm fucking stuck with the old model. Because Brian bought the exact same one, but the newer model. And of course, you know.
Well, that's just because Brian, he's got to outdo you. Come on.
Well, fuck. I mean, I know. But hey, man, I got it figured up, though. Like, I was able to install some other string to it. It's just, unfortunately, it's always up now. So if it rains, I'm curious to see what's going to happen with all that weight. But we will see.
It'd be ice and wind that would bother me.
Well, unfortunately, we get both of those. Mm-hmm. So more wind than anything else. But
yeah, no ice right now. Jeez, I can't keep the ice in my glass from melting. That's why I'm on the back porch. My scotch I drink neat.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Sometimes I'll put a ice sphere in my scotch if I'm thinking about it. I don't ice my scotch. Pretty much neat all the time.
Oh no. Some of that scotch you gave me was really salty.
That was the Talisker.
It was interesting.
Talisker is very salty because it's distilled on the island of Skye, which is in the middle of salt. So it pulls in all the salt from the air around it, and it actually makes it salty.
I enjoyed it.
That's good stuff.
It was good stuff. It didn't burn at all.
A little bottle was about $80. So
holy shit balls!
Not the most expensive, but $80 for a $7.50 of scotch is higher end.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Now, I was gonna say the only you liked that Glenlivet 18.
Yeah, that was good. That one shit tastes like rubbing alcohol.
I don't know which.
It was bad.
I don't know. I know vodka straight tastes like rubbing alcohol, but
no, this was like, oh, what was the name of it? Like, it was some sort of scotch, I think.
I think it was because I think I did 4 with you, but it was 2 scotches. I did 2 scotches neat and 2
on the rocks. Yeah. One was Talisker and one was
it was Talisker and Glenlivet 18.
It was 12 something.
The Taliskers are 12.
I don't know, dude. You should remember, it was at your goddamn house. It's your goddamn liquor. I don't fucking remember. But speaking of,
I don't think I gave you 2. Anyways, moving on.
Guess what I bought? I'm going to share some fucking knowledge with people. I mean, and I normally am not much of a sharer.
Okay.
And it goes silent. Okay. So, you remember?
I thought you might lead right into it. I didn't know that was a segue for me to make a comment. But
it was.
Gotcha. Sorry.
You remember this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Your Savinelli, I remember that.
My Savinelli OB1 motherfucker. You can't even find this shit anymore. And I got it from this Italian dude off eBay because I was reading that you can find some cheap pipes off eBay. And this was not even made anymore. And frankly, I don't know if it was that popular, it sold well, or I don't know any of the background. I just love the author shape. I don't know why. I just really like it. And I've been I love it. And we've been looking for this finish because it's very different than, your sandblasted or, rusticated, all those finishes, right? It's like almost like what I would say is like, the bed lining that you put in like beds of trucks. It's almost kind of like that consistency. It's like a tad bit rough, almost kind of like sandpaper a little bit. Just a cool looking pipe, man. It's a good looking pipe. Well, I found this guy. Here's the tip. There's the guy. It's the fucking guy, man. So on eBay, I was, searching around, and I was Google, and I found it. It led me to eBay, and I found this guy. And actually, we were in New Orleans because Jared was giving me shit for spending $60 on this pipe. But literally, this pipe normally was like $100. And this guy, like, he has all types of fucking, and it's brand new too.
I was giving you shit because you weren't sure if you should spend $60 on a pipe. It's like,
it was like 67.
It's like, come on, it's $60.
That's the thing, Jared.
Baller MF CEO can spend $60.
No, but it's so funny that you say that. It's because, yeah, you're right. Financially, it doesn't really matter. But like, it's so hard for me to spend money on anything other than like two things. Can you guess what those two things are?
Phrase the question one more time.
Actually, three things. I hate, even though make money that I do, whatever, like on that pipe, I was like literally hemming and hawing about it, where you had to be like, quit being such a fucking bloody cunt, you asshole. Like, buy the pipe. It's $65 or whatever it was. And I said, it's really hard, like, for me to spend money on anything. Like, I hate spending money. Like, my wife.
That's 100% true.
I fucking hate it. Like, Allie was giving me so much grief. Like, to the point where, like, she was threatening divorce to get the back door fixed where we had water damage. Because when they designed this thing, it like, on the cool deck off the fucking awning thing, and water bounces up and whatever.
Right, yeah.
They fucked it up.
But you'll spend money on a box of senior layers or some leadeds.
So this is about to get me divorced in the house, like, because I don't want to get the back door fixed, because it's a safety hazard according to Allie. But anyways, so I don't spend money on that, and it was like tooth or nail for me to spend $1,000 to get like the door fixed and a few other things fixed for her. But you're right, I will spend money regardless on cigars or pipe tobacco.
Right.
And that's without question. That's just, oh, what? You got a box of leaded? Oh, you want to split it? Okay, here's PayPal. Here you go. That's one.
Yep.
What's two?
And we're doing things you will spend money on?
Things I'll spend money on without even like questioning it. Like, I won't even ask how much.
So we're lumping tobacco in a group, right?
Yeah, tobacco is a group. Being cigars and or pipe tobacco. But I will not easily spend money on accessories. Like, I only have one Zycar cutter. I have used very cheap Jeep lighters. Like, I don't really buy pipes.
No.
Even though I just bought two because I was going to tell you the tip, so it kind of ruins that. But I don't buy any accessories. So what are the two other things I'll spend money on without question?
It's funny. I'm trying to think. Airfare?
So
you
close.
Don't cheap out on that.
Well, this is true. I mean, so you're right. So I'll tie it in. You're pretty close.
Is that travel in general?
It's just traveling, personal travel. So, like, Allie and I are going to Mexico here in a couple weeks. We've been a lot of places in Europe. And next year, I'm already pushing Allie to take Callaway to Thailand. So that's one thing that I love to spend money on is travel.
When Doug might have the other one.
There's no fucking way he knows.
Oh, okay. Well, but it was
I didn't look. What's his answer? I don't know.
Well, it was a good guess. It's simple, but it's kind of true. It's kids, which would be Callaway.
Oh, that's 100% correct.
Okay, well, he's got it dead on.
Okay, well, that's right. Because without question. Like, if I told you what we pay for daycare, you'd shit. But I don't care. I just write the check.
I know what you pay for daycare. And,
I know. It's fucking absurd, isn't it?
It's absurd.
It's fucking absurd.
Absurd.
It's so absurd. And the other thing, I don't know if you know anything about this clothing brand. You probably don't. If you got a daughter, you've probably heard of Matilda Jane. That shit's gonna fucking bankrupt me.
Yeah,
I'll tell you.
That
shit is fucking expensive.
Huh? She goes through it in weeks. I mean,
No, like months. But still, we always get things
like
a little big and let her grow into them. But dude, I swear to God, like I wish my clothes were this comfortable. Like some of this shit she has, like I'm like, fuck, I wish that'd fit on my fat ass. It's so comfy and it's so soft. I mean, I don't know how they make it like that. It's like fucking magic. But
yeah, unicorn hairs and leprechaun piss makes a hell of a clothing line.
Dude, that's what I mean, I'm wearing a fucking. Have you ever seen?
You got a pretty Wycon shirt on, don't you?
I do. You're damn right. I feel like it's one of those shows. Have you ever on Billy Madison where he's like, "This is not my shirt. This is Frank's," and he pulls up his shirt and it says Frank. That's what I feel like most of my clothes are like. Like they're just fucking free cigar shirts and bullshit.
They pretty much are Sperry's, and then the rest of it you don't care.
I mean, I have good shorts. I have all either not Bass, either Brooks Brothers or J. Crew shorts that they're all colored or have some sort of animal design on them, meaning they might be blue with a marlin or anchors or dolphins or crabs or. So I'm kind of preppy in that sense.
You got all those boat shorts and Sperry deck shoes and everything.
I do. Fucking old. I know, dude. It goes by so fast. So in terms of that, and then the shirt can go either way. It can be like a J. Crew polo, or it can be totally like a rattied fucking frat shirt or a rattied up fucking cigar shirt. It could go either way. But Jared, on the other hand, completely different.
Opposite of me.
Completely the opposite. Spends more money on clothes than I spend on daycare, probably.
Not that bad, but yeah, I'm a clothes whore.
Dude, you are. Like, seriously, we get to IPCPR in New Orleans. Like, I literally just throw my fucking bag on the ground and just like, okay, Jared, let's go do something. He's like, hold the fuck on. Like, he literally is like, let's unfold my clothes. Let's hang them up. Put them in the closet. I'm like, what are you doing? They're like, they're going to get wrinkled. I go,
look, Mr. Jared's in here.
What the fuck is that?
That is.
So for everyone listening, that's his wife interrupting on the show because she can't stay away for 50 minutes.
Came up to the window saying hi.
Oh, really?
It's like, oh, wait, you're on the thing. It's like, yeah, hadn't been an hour yet.
Mm-mm. So, what are you gonna say? I mean, you do spend a lot, and you have nice stuff like J. Crew, Lacoste. That's some good shit.
Igara, Lacoste, Nautica. I can't think of all the names now, but yeah, I have taste, and it's a little expensive.
You do.
Lots of shirts, lots of ties, lots of shoes.
You got a lot of shoes.
Lots of pants, jeans, trousers.
You know how many pairs of shoes I own?
3.
You are actually dead fucking on. We got a pair of Sperry's.
Lotto ticket.
You should. A pair of Sperry's. A pair of New Balance that look like clown shoes that were not nearly as comfortable as I thought they were going to be. And then last one being a pair of brown kind of just dress shoes. That's it. Right now I'm barefoot. I love being barefoot.
Yeah, and how many pairs of jeans do you have? Or pants, period? Just one?
Well, one pair of jeans, and then two pairs of dress pants. One pair of khakis, one pair of kind of gray. I don't know any black dress pants.
Yeah, that
would force me to wear a suit. But I own 5 sweater vests.
Okay, I don't have any sweater vests.
All their fucking money, dude.
No sweater vests. I don't have any vests. Nope. Not much cold weather gear, period, because it just doesn't get cold here.
Not really. Well,
these people down here are nuts.
I know.
60 and they wear fur jackets with the hood up.
No, we saw it when we were down there at the beach. It was like mid-60s, and people were like literally wearing North Faces.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, dude, it feels fucking great.
Yeah. They wear a North Face. They'll put the hood up, zipper it up, and button the neck. I'm like, You're stupid. It's just
Like, you
not
guys are
cold.
fucking idiots.
No, they're weird down here.
So,
Very weird.
what I was going to say was, I forgot, was even though I said I don't order accessories, I got the guy, man, the fucking guy. I got to give you his name. So if you want to find, like, oh, fuck, hold on. I got to click on his name because it's like all fucking weird name. It's like Italian name. What was I going to say? All right, yeah, here we go. If you want to find a pipe that Savinelli, Peterson, Bariba, Brebbia, or however the fuck you say it, any of those, like, and you want to, before you go buy it, go look at this guy's shit, man. Like, the author pipe for like $65. I got this kick fucking ass pipe. And I wish everyone was here, they could see it. But it's a Bariba, it's a Ninja 301, and it's like, I don't know how to say this, but Sabita, like new sandblasted finish. It's got like, it's almost kind of like an author, but it's longer. So it's like an extended author. Dude, like $70. Pipe's like $120. It was awesome. And then then he also got you know how Peterson makes the dry system pipes, you know, where they have the drilling and all that. Like, apparently Savinelli made one too, but apparently it wasn't as popular and you can't really find it online anymore. Dude, I got one of these fuckers for $55. And it's only $12 to ship over. It's awesome.
Yeah, so you've definitely become a snobby pipe whore.
It's funny, I don't even smoke the pipe that often.
I know, and this has been discussed before, but it's 100% true. Of course, now you're starting to kind of catch up. Is you were just stacking up the pipe tobacco, and you barely smoke. Rob's packing up the pipes, but he got nothing to smoke with it.
This is true. So I want to talk about that in a second. But the guy's name, my guy, and you guys cannot share this because this is like a well-founded secret here. I got to log in and get his name. Oh, fuck. Don't freeze up. Hold on. I'm not going to be able to pronounce it right. So just give me 1 second here. Come on, log in, motherfucker. I'm Kenny Powers. All right.
Oh, okay. As soon as that's done, I got something to tell you.
Oh, I qualify for a 25% rebate. Awesome.
Time for another pipe?
Yeah. All right, here we go. Let me send you. All right. See other items. So his store is called, your guys are going to probably hate me, but it's called DANILOGIUSEPPE 200 747. That's his store name. Like Dangalo Seppi. And dude, he's got some fucking amazing shit. And he responds in like 10 seconds to questions. And he actually answered an email. I know it was late as shit for him. It's like 8-hour difference, 7-hour difference.
I was gonna say, how did you answer that fast?
Dude, it was awesome. I couldn't believe it. It was like really late. And it was on a Friday too. So it would have been like 10 o'clock his time, which I totally was not expecting him to answer. But he did. And it was awesome. And he's combined shipping for me. So I only had to pay one shipping charge. It's pretty legit. So anyways, if you want to find good pipes, go talk to this dude. And tell him Logan sent you.
That author style, that little pipe you got, that thing looks sweet.
Dude,
looks a lot better in person than it does, too.
What did you say?
In person, that thing looks even better.
Mm-hmm.
The video doesn't quite convey how well it looks. This is finally getting burned in, too. You didn't smoke that forever. Just kind of sat there looking good.
Which one?
That one right there. Didn't it take you a little while to get to smoking on that thing?
Yeah, I mean, it I don't know, man. Like, it's like I hate.
Still go towards a cigar faster than you will a pipe.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, and the problem is that now that Allie is, for those that don't know, Jared's is helping me build a new smoke room because apparently Jared's faulty install job on the first time around.
Now, if you cutting corners and being cheap, that's what it was.
We only had 5 hours to complete the job. So it wasn't my fault for being cheap.
Yeah, time constraints. Yeah, I'll
We
give you
had
that.
several time constraints. Several. And we actually we put in the fart fan, didn't accomplish the goal. And then we had to get the in-room AC, which I think it's a combination of two things. Jared believes that it's just because the room's not properly sealed and we need to put like coats down on the floor and remove the carpet and stuff, which I'm highly inclined to agree. But I also think it has something to do with the fan or the AC. You can see that pipe running. You can see my finger there running up top, because I don't think it's pushing all the hot air up, and it's grabbing a lot of the smoke and just putting it up in the attic, and then it's finding its way back down in the house somehow. And so I think if we just vented it straight out the side of the house and had Jared cut through the brick of the house, I think it would keep this room a lot cooler, because it's not, I mean, it's cool in here. It's definitely livable. It's definitely fine. But if you stand up, go side to side, it's pretty hot. But right here where it's pointing right at me, it's not bad. But even though it's running at 70, it's only at 75. It's running pretty hard to get there. So anyways, but yeah, now we've got a 10 by 20 or 10 by 15 shed out in the backyard, behind some trees in the corner of the yard. So Allie is forcing me to have Jared come down and basically make half of that, insulate it, whatever, put in an AC unit.
Wall it in.
Yeah. What? A door?
Wall it in.
Yeah, wall it in. And then insulate it, drywall it, and turn that into my smoking room. So here in probably the next show you see me on, I'm no longer going to be in this fucking pent palace. I'm going to be sweating my fucking dick off in the fucking shed down by the river.
The plan is not to be sweating, though.
I don't see how you're going to keep that thing cold, though. Even if it's
insulation, it won't get hot. Just like your house.
It's 100 fucking degrees outside.
Yeah, but you're basically in a large version of a shed. We're doing the same thing to it. And
but it's not as hot. But like if I stepped over in the corner, it'd be hot.
I don't think it'll be a problem.
Are we going to be able to use in-room AC, or are we going to have to use something different?
No, that one's fine.
Okay. Am I going to be able to help? Is there anything you'll actually let me help with on this?
Oh, no. You might fuck anything up and let you touch.
Can I drywall? Can I insulate?
Yeah, you can do all the insulation you want. I hate insulation.
No, I don't want to do that, because you had to deal with it last time, dude, and you got it all over your arms, and you're all itchy and sticky.
And what happened? Yeah, it gets bad.
Yeah, I'd rather not do that. Can we not get the Pink Panther shit that comes in like the nice little bags and stuff?
Yeah, that's probably what we will get, because it comes in cut sheets that you just toss up there. It's a whole lot easier than trying to do a roll of it. Rolls are for large attics. We'll just the cut batting up in there, no problem. Because I'm looking at turning the corner in my garage into a smoke room.
I'm telling you, it's where it's. You know where you got that idea?
The internet?
No, you got. Everybody, please witness. Jared just made another joke.
Logan had a good idea.
Are you actually giving me credit officially?
Yeah, because you did say it first. I was like, you know what? That's a damn good idea. And that is the plan. Man. And then my attention to detailed self has already gone on AutoCAD and designed it, laid it out, figured out the material list, and even gone on my Home Styler account and fully designed the room with furniture and everything. So I know exactly what it's going to look like.
See, that's way overboard for me.
That's what I do. But I figured it out now. So I just got to get to it. It doesn't need much. It only needs one wall, since technically the other three are walled in.
That's true.
I'm going to build one wall, insulate it, and put in an air conditioner. And
that's it.
I'm done. I can sit out in the garage and smoke in the AC.
Be nice. You need to put TV in there too.
I am. I'm going to put that 32-inch flat screen with the built-in DVD player right up in the wall. Nice.
That's what's going to suck, though, is like... Safety. So are we going to... that's what's going to be really shitty about this whole room thing, is because I can leave my pipe tobacco, and if I leave a cigar on the table in here, yeah, it gets a little hot in here, but it's not like overwhelming. When I come out the next day, the cigar is not completely fucked up. Like if I just leave, like I left this DeCrossier on the table from this morning, it's not like it's completely fucked up. But if I leave something out there and forget about it, I can't even store my pipe tobacco out of there. because it's just going to be fucking 100 degrees.
It depends on how you do the AC.
Well, I can't have the AC running 24 hours a day.
Well, no, it may not run 24. We'd have to check it. Because the plan is to insulate the crap out of it, so you don't have that problem.
Yeah, I guess it's really going to work.
We're not going to put like inch-thick styrofoam. We're going to use like an R. I don't know. If I can shove some R30 in your walls, I'll shove it in there. We'll see how big the space is. I think it's 2x4, so I can probably fit an R16, but it'll be insulated. Did you put that?
Well, what about the
R16
floor,
out?
though? The floor won't be insulated, so there'll be shit just going out through the floor.
Well, then we may have to figure out something with your floor, too.
God damn.
Something simple as caulking it all up, putting a sealer down, and putting some good epoxy paint that just kind of seals everything up for you. May have to build actually frame in a floor and insulate it.
You think so?
If it's a plywood floor, you'd probably rather do that than have nothing. Not a big deal, but just put in some studs lengthwise in the floor and insulate.
This sounds like a fucking clusterfuck.
Nothing's ever as easy as you think it's going to be.
We got to build like a desk because I'm not going to have room for a desk out there.
Yeah, we can do that.
I need a desk.
What we could do too is, since this is outside, and if you want to leave it running, we might actually, because they're a lot cheaper, put a window unit in that thing. Because you can get a high BTU window unit for a lot less than that little room AC cost.
Yeah, but I've already paid for this.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying if it's not enough to run it, I'm saying you can get a higher BTU window unit, which may run less and actually be able to run all the time. It's not like you smoke once a week.
I know.
That's what I mean. So it could actually probably need to run all the time.
Well, because I'll be in there minimum 10 in the morning. I mean, at least I would assume 4 days a week. Because let's just say 1 day a week I'm traveling or in the office or whatever. But from 10 in the morning-ish to 5-ish, 4-ish.
Yeah, so we need to not cheap out on this then.
I'm going to be in there a lot.
Yeah.
And then every night, too.
Look at throwing a window unit in there. Because you can't see it. It's back behind your fence between your house. It doesn't. Nobody sees it. It wouldn't look bad having a window unit sitting in there. And you can get I can get one. I was thinking of doing my garage room with a window unit. Because I can spend $250, $300 on one of those little units like you got. Or I can get a window unit that will do just the same for $70.
Okay, well, let's just buy the fucking room unit
So
then, or whatever.
the window units stick out on the inside of my garage so that it doesn't look bad to anybody else.
All right. Well, if the way it was done, it could be in the back where it wouldn't face anything at all.
Right.
Or no one would even see it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's hidden. Your whole shed's hidden. It's not like you got a window unit sticking on the side of your house from the street side or anything.
Oh, no, not at all.
So yeah, you can get a nice one of those cheap. I think that's probably the route to go there.
Okay.
And much time you spend out, we may need to insulate the floor.
You know what? You're right. And I'm kind of now thinking that maybe we make it a little bit bigger than half, because it would be nice to be able to, when you come over, actually have a place to go and smoke where it's not fucking 1,000 goddamn degrees.
Yeah.
It's either we're outside in the pool or outside on the deck. If it's cold, we're in the hot tub. Yeah, because we're just gaying it up. Or we're fucking
gotta have your Chernobyl.
Sweating our... Everyone, joke 3 of the show, everyone. Joke 3. That'll be our new thing. Every time you make a joke, I'll count how many jokes you make. But yeah, there's nowhere else to go unless you're like last time we were just sweating my dick off. It was horrible.
That's all I do down here. It's hot as hell outside.
Look, yeah, it is. Fucking.
The reason I don't always smoke in the summer. It's just too hot. I don't want to do it.
Do you think if you had a place that was air conditioned and more conducive, do you think you would smoke more?
By more, 1 or 2.
But that would be double.
Yeah. Could be. But I still wouldn't. If I was home more, I'd probably smoke more. I just don't have the time.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's okay. Dude, we're already 5 minutes over.
Oh, shit. I don't know how you got me to talk for this long, but...
I know. I was fucking really hoping this wasn't going to be a shit show. And it's been awesome. Total shit show.
Stir it all up for you.
No, you did a good job, man. You want me to send you the link? All right, I'll put the link of the pipe that I bought in the chat real quick so everyone can see how fucking sexy it is.
Baller.
Dude, it's fucking sexy as fuck. Check that out, Gerard. You're right, Shooter. What I might do is I have a wine fridge that I bought for pipe tobacco purposes. So what I might do is actually take that fucker out there, because that would be good to leave just a little bit of pipe tobacco because it's climate controlled.
Right.
Might not be a bad idea.
We'll see. I have a feeling we're going to insulate the hell out of this and just put a window unit and have it on all the time, though it may be cranked up to 70, high 70s when you're not in it, and then just kick it down when you get in there.
Yeah. I mean, I want it to get fucking iceberg balls cold up in there. I want this motherfucker to be the goddamn Titanic. Like, I want it cold as fuck.
I think we can do that with a window unit. You can get those things to kick some ass.
And it won't be that big of a room either, because the ceiling's not that tall. Like, it's probably what? Would you say like a 7-foot ceiling in the middle, if that?
Yeah, it's short. If it's 7, makes one of those little sheds. So yeah, I mean, you can stand up and walk in it, but it's not
just
huge.
Down the middle. If I went to the left or the right too far, I'd hit my head.
Yeah. So that's the other good thing, is it's actually a smaller space. That'll help.
No, we're gonna find out this weekend for science.
Science.
Hey, what do you think of the pipe? Do you look at it?
Yeah, so I'm looking at it right now.
It's a fucking hot pipe, isn't it?
I'm just trying to look at that bowl. Yeah, it's kind of author style, a little more ovaled.
It's like a tomato style, but it's like longer, right?
Yeah, it looks like a tomato with a stick coming out of it. That's what it is. And the top cut off.
Pretty much. But it's a sexy pipe, though.
Oh, completely off that topic, but on the pipe topic, yesterday I decided to, Tina was refinishing a dresser outside.
Yep.
She found it in a garage sale. I don't know if you saw any of those posts on that, but
I did not.
So she's doing that, so I'm watching. You know what? Let's go for a walk. It's 5:30. It's pretty hot out, but not killer. So let's have a little pipe. I don't want to try a cigar because I don't have long enough taking him for a little walk. So
In case he freaks out, yeah.
Well, he likes to go for a walk, but he only has to go so long, and he's ready to come back home. So I got not time for a cigar. It's windy as hell, but I'll take the pipe. So I'm carrying him. I go in my room. I grab the pipe, get some tobacco, come back out, and I set him on the counter. I'm beside him, starting to pack the pipe. And he reaches over into my mason jar of tobacco, grabs a little pinch, and I start to go, oh. I said, well, okay, let's see what he does. I don't stop him. He grabs a little pinch, comes over, puts it in my pipe.
No shit.
So I packed it, and he reached over, got with the pinch, and put it in the pipe. So I packed it.
No shit. That's awesome.
So I was like, he'd never seen me pack the pipe before. Never. That's the first time I packed a pipe around him, and he jumped right in. He pretty much packed it for me. He's like, all right, well, let's go do this. So that was interesting.
Fucking cool. That's cool.
Already packing a pipe.
And Callaway's already drinking margaritas.
That was slick, wasn't it?
Dude, that was hella slick. Where were you at? Where was that at? Was that your house? Our house?
You were sitting on my couch here.
Okay.
And you were holding, I think you were holding Allie's margarita drink she had.
Yeah.
Because I don't think you drank it.
No.
But you were holding it because she had to go do something with Callaway. She came back with Callaway's hand or two, and she shoves her hand right in that drink of margarita, pulled it out, and put it in her mouth before anybody could even stop.
No, it was her passy.
It was her passy. Well, she shoved her hand in there. That's right.
Yeah. So she went there, and before, it was so quick.
Nobody could even move.
And she was raging on it, too. She enjoyed it.
She was like, she knew what she was
I got me a drink.
She was acting like she's too young to know what's going on, but she knew what she was doing right there.
Oh, no. She's fucking... I mean, I think everyone thinks their kid's smart. But, I'm starting to, it's cool because I can start saying things like for some reason, she's obsessed with tea jugs, of Red Diamond tea. So if I put them on the ground, she'll kick it around the house or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, she was, trying to get in the cabinet, and the tea jug was laying on the floor. I said, hey, go get your tea jug. And she went over there, picked it up, brought it back to me, and then was throwing the tea jug around. And I was like, hey, go say hi to your doodle. Go kiss your doodle. She pointed at Truman and was like, doodle. Mm-hmm. Walked over and gave him a kiss. So I was like, you got to understand what I'm saying because you're doing what I'm asking you to do. So it's just weird that they can't communicate back, though. That's the crazy part.
Right. Connor's the same way. You can tell him things, and he knows what he's talking. You can tell him go get something. You can tell him to put his shoes up, go throw his diaper away. You know, he does it. He knows what he's doing.
That's crazy. That's the crazy part for me. But they can't talk back. That's crazy.
He's starting to talk back. He's got a few words, but most of it's still babbling. But he's talking now. He's not sitting back being quiet anymore.
Just like his papa that never talk.
Yep. No, he sits back and he observes. That's what he does.
That's what you do. All right, we're gonna wrap it up.
That helps.
What'd you say?
I said it helps. I've saved us many a bad situation at IPCPRs.
This is true. You mean left camera equipment, left cigars, Logan fucking yelling at someone.
Yep, didn't know where to go or how to get there, but I did.
But you did. Reminders on to go meet people. It's true.
Yep, I'm on it. That's what I'm there for, not to be on camera.
Well, Jared, this has been good. You've done well. Any thoughts before we leave on your first episode ever?
That's my thought right there.
I know, exactly. Everyone, Jared's fourth joke of the night. So this is Logan, motherfucking CEO of Cigar Federation. Wishing you a very pleasant night.
That's pleasant right there, buddy. I know,
man. Dude, it was a quesadilla that Ali made me. It was fucking delicious. Apologize. But wishing everyone a very pleasant night. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back next week with Rob, I believe. Yeah. And we'll finally be smoking some aromatic pipe tobacco.
We're going to find one you like, right?
We're going to try to find one that Logan likes, which I wouldn't bet your bottom dollar on that happening. But needless to say, we're going to do it for science. So everyone, appreciate you tuning in. Have a great fucking evening, great fucking weekend. Thanks for watching Pipe Dummies. We gone.
Out.